Hi guys, Johnny Avanti here, and in this video we're going to be talking about Toyota and the fact how Toyota Tacoma and the Toyota 4Runner, both the 2008, have completely different seats. Now both trucks, the Toyota 4Runner and the Toyota Tacoma, are technically in the same price range, and the Toyota 4Runner is so much more luxurious than the Toyota Tacoma. In fact, the Toyota 4Runner has base seats, a seat that I'm going to show you now, like a mid-grade seat, and a leather seating option with a power seat that Toyota Tacomas have never ever had standard power seats or manual adjustable seats, meaning 8-way adjustable seats. They do have 6-way, but the Toyota Tacoma is always lacking in the luxury department. Today, the new pickup trucks that are in the same class as the Toyota Tacoma, like the Canyon, the GM, the Chevy Colorado, now the Ford Ranger, and perhaps even Dodge is going to come out one. They're all you're able to get leather seats with them, heated seats, maybe even heated and cooled seats, power seats. I mean, just so much more luxury that Toyota is lacking in the luxury department in the Tacoma. Even if you spend $50-something thousand, you're not going to get leather. It's not an option, and maybe not even heated seats, which is absurd. I mean, you know, a lot of people drive Tacomas in cold, intimate weather because of the four-wheel drive. Give people heated seats. I even think that Toyota should also include a heated steering wheel in any car today, because these options, heated seats, heated steering wheel, are so cheap. I mean, there are cars out there that even a Nissan Sentra has heated seats and a heated steering wheel. I just can't understand why a Toyota Tacoma, which is based off of the Toyota 4Runner, can't have the same luxuries that the Toyota 4Runner has. But what we're gonna do is I'm gonna show you the differences between the seats, let's say like in the premium package, okay, versus the base package, the premium package, and you have the power seat package. So this is a manual seat that's in the 4Runner, and what I'm trying to do is I'm going to try to put that seat in my car. And there's a couple of obstacles like the airbag and the seatbelt warning single. Those are the two obstacles I have to overcome. The bolt-in is probably going to be the easiest thing to do, because anybody can fabricate something that the bolts will match up and you can lock the seat down. But the Toyota 4Runner seat is so much more comfortable, so much usable, especially for people of different heights. If you're taller, you could bring the seat down. If you're under a certain height, you could bring the seat up. Move the seat forward. Not only that, you have thigh support adjustability, which is fantastic. So if you're on a long trip and you feel fatigue on your legs, you could raise it up or raise it down. In the Tacoma, you only have the back and forth back option and the forward and front, and that's it. In all Tacomas, no matter how much you spend, you get the same exact seat except maybe some different fabric. So let's take a look at the Toyota 4Runner seat and take a look at the Toyota Tacoma seat and see the differences. The one big thing that you'll notice is in the Toyota 4Runner seats, the seats are really light. I mean, they are very light, even with all the mechanisms that they have. With a Toyota Tacoma seats, weigh a ton. So let's take a look at the seats. This particular seat came out of a 2008 Toyota 4Runner. Now this bolt pattern, this is a Toyota Tacoma passenger seat, and I'm going to show you why I have this seat. I'm going to switch this out for the passenger seat that I have in my Tacoma that I have now. So the bolt patterns look a little bit the same, so I'm not really concerned with this, because this is the one that's tricky. So you could probably get a welder, or you could fabricate something that's going to bolt into the seat like the OEM Toyota Tacoma seat. So what you have here on this seat is, you can see, this is the adjustable manual adjustment for the thighs. This is the up and down, so you can raise the seat up and lower the seat down adjuster. This is the adjuster to adjust the back and forth, and this is the lumbar. So I'm not sure how I'm going to hook up this seat to the electronics in the 2008 Tacoma that I have, because this is a 4Runner seat. But just as you can look, I'm going to turn the wheel and you'll see the seat. You'll see the seat go up and down. So if I do it over here, now that's what Toyota Tacoma should have. They should have this seat. You know, now this bar is the same bar that's in the Tacoma seat. See, you could see the bar unlatch, and then this track slides forward and back, you know, while you're in the seat. And that's all you have. And then you would have the manual adjuster here to move the back and forth. So you can't move this seat up and down. But this is the passenger seat. I'm fine with that, because mainly I'm driving in the car. I don't really have that many passengers all the time. So, you know, if they can adjust their seat a little bit, they'll be happy. So now let me show you this mechanism here, how this works. So you just push that down and then push it up and you'll see the seat go down. There's a mechanism right in there. So when I push my thumb down, you'll see how high the seat rises. Now that's what all seats should have. You'll even see in the back how it goes down. So if you're a really tall guy, you could bring the seat down as low as you can. And this is a great seat. I mean, I'd rather have this seat than a power seat, because then if you had a power seat, you would have a motor under here, and it's usually when you have the motors under here, your seats are harder. So by this not having a motor, the seats are a little more plushy, because then all you got to do is manually, and then really once you set it, how many times you're going to move it. But the thing is, you have it. So when you're on a long trip, you know, you can move that, you can move this part, you can move the back and forth, and that's great. So let's take a look at how the front looks. Okay, so this is the new seat that came out of the Toyota 4Runner, and I bought it online used. They're nowhere to be found, and I was lucky to find this one. You know, it's a little dirty, but it's very nice fabric. The back part has 2 pockets versus the 1 pocket. This is a bigger seat than I have in the Tacoma. It's definitely gonna... So you can see, like, I'm sitting in the seat, and you know, this is not the position you're gonna be in when you're driving, but it feels more sporty. There's a little more lumbar support here. You know, you can lift the front bolster here and give your legs some more support, or you can relieve the pressure. I can lift the back up. It's coming up from the back up. It's not going straight up. So I'm going to go all the way up, and then I can lift the front and kind of balance out my position and make the blood flow a little better for a long trip. You know, and I could also bring the seat back. It has the lumbar. Hopefully that it works when I get the wiring figured out. And it slides, you know, forward and back like any other manual seat, you know, and it feels like there's a little bit more support in here, where the Tacoma is a little more wider, which is probably better, because when it's too tight, you have a jacket on, it's a little more comfortable. But I'm going out for the height that I can get, the little more height that I can get out of the seat without having spacers, because I don't always want to be in the same exact position. So now let's take a look at why I got a new passenger seat for my Toyota Tacoma. This is, in fact, the passenger seat from the Toyota Tacoma. You can see it's in very good condition. There's no rips. There's a lot of stains. I don't know, whoever had this truck before was pretty messy, spilling stuff. I have the headrest for it. I just took it off. And this is a basic seat. You know, it has the forward and back mechanism, but what this seat has that I really like, that a lot of the Toyota seats and the Tacomas don't have. Now, why this isn't standard is, so you take this button here, pull that up, and that folds down. And you can do it either from the passenger side door, or while I'm sitting in the driver's seat, I can lift another button and lift the seat up. So what I have now is a seat that folds flat, and I have this little table here, which is pretty cool. And what that does is it allows people in the back to either put their feet up. So if you're on a long trip and there's two people, somebody wants to take a nap, they could pretty much sit in the back, because the back seats are pretty comfortable, put their feet up and rest, and maybe take a decent nap. Or put the seat back, however they want to do it. But I can use this as a table, a workbench. There's just so many things I can do with this, that this seat is not standard. I think it comes in the Tacomas sporadically. They either get them or they don't. And I was fortunate enough to come across one of these, and I grabbed it. So I'm very happy about having this seat. It's gonna make the Tacoma a little more versatile. This seat actually came out of an access cab, which makes a lot of sense. You know, you open up both doors, and now you have technically a flat plane to put stuff. I mean, you can load that access cab a lot, because you have those two doors that open up wide, and you have that much more storage with a seat like this. And a lot of access, and all the access cabs don't come with this option. There's a lot of cars out there that have this option, that don't have this option. I think Toyota and every car manufacturer should make this option, because I've seen these seats able to fold forward, even with power seats. I got this seat just for this feature. Now, just for this, I mean, the seat works just like any other passenger seat in the Toyota Tacoma. I'm not sure if the 4Runners come with this or what other trucks come with it, but I think Toyota should start incorporating this, and this would be a big selling point, especially like if you're a salesman and you need to put a laptop down and all of that. You don't want to put it on the seat because the seats are slanted back. This is technically a flat surface, and this thing could, you know, come in really handy. I mean, you could put like something, a rubber mat here, and work out of this, cut on it, build on it, fix things on it. There's just so much you could do with that, that it would definitely come in so handy. And then this seat, having a seat like this in every Tacoma would make the driver a lot more comfortable and a lot more happy. Now, this seat doesn't have side impact airbags like some of the other 4Runners have. That was an option. You know, I think all Toyotas, I think today, come with side impact airbags. I guess back then it was very expensive to put side impact airbags, but then again, you know, what's the expense of safety? You know, I think every truck should have had them, every car, and every truck Toyota makes in a manual seat should have those that much adjustability, because you're paying the same price for a Tacoma or a 4Runner, pretty much. So guys, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for part 2 when I do the install of the seats in the Tacoma, and I'll probably have those seats for sale. And the seats in my Tacoma are in fantastic shape. There's no rips or anything. But let's see if I'm able to even put that 4Runner seat in the Tacoma. I think it's possible. We just have to do a little jiggly. So don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and see you soon.